Same can't be said of the extremely young Warrington Wolves. The babies of the EuroLeague haven't scored a cup point yet, and against Cronulla at Shark Park, they couldn't score a match point either.
As the streamers and the sparkles go off here at Shark Park, as that man, Andrew Ettinghausen, leads them out onto the field. His 298th grade game for the Sharks. And there is their starting lineup. Ben Sammett is the fullback, in for the injured David Peachey. Then it's Donaghy, Ettinghausen, Richardson, Bell, Dykes and Green. The forwards, Stevens, Fisher in for Dean Treaster, Lee, McKenna, Davidson and Nickow. And the coach, of course, the current Australian Super League coach, John Lang.
Running back into the club footy here in Australia, knowing that they've got all those players to come back. It certainly must be very settling for coach John Lang.
And this Warrington side, Lee Penny is the fullback, back from injury after going off early against the Panthers last week. Duncan, Roper, Vungana, Foster, Shelford and Breers are the backs. The forwards, Hilton, Swan, Mann, Tutupu, Knott and Sculthorpe there, the current Great Britain lock forward. The coach, well known to Queensland and Australian Rugby League fans, Darryl Vandervelde. Here's Hilton. 30 metres out from the Sharks line.
Yeah, just dropped.
Well, I tell you what, he's got him here for a knock on, but he has been hit high in this tackle. The doc has been called for, the trainer. Oh, gee, I think he's very lucky, the Cronulla guy. Now, I don't think it was an intentional hit because he was travelling so low. Ooh. Gee, really mightn't have been all that low, but you could just see that he was almost snoring before he hit the floor.
Well, his head hit the ground, didn't it? Look at his head hit the ground there, and that hurts.
Well, there's that. Oh, gee. Well, I can see we saw Danny Lee too there, Pete, try and duck his own head, hoping that he wasn't going to get blamed for it. Oh, he's in a bit of strife, this bloke. Get him off, and he's got to have a couple of minutes on the sideline. Head injuries are serious. Can't afford to play around with those. So I think there's a fair bit of emotion displayed already in this game. We could be in for a pretty good game of footy.
I saw it right there. With the ball out, one from the eyes.
Well, there was the description. Description from the referee, ripped out right in front of his eyes, and we could be in for a good game of footy unless they really suicide their chances by giving away simple errors like that.
The Sharks take the tap. Dykes now got the arms free for Richardson. Say good night. That's the first try of the game. Too simple in the end. Russell Richardson's 5th try against the Warrington Wolves in the Visa World Club Challenge. Just over 9.5 minutes gone. It's the home side on top, 4-0.
Well, the disappointing point about this is really they looked like they had enough players here to stop 2 attacking raids. Some pretty ordinary attempts at stopping tackles, just a little bit of jersey grabbing going on that occasion. Probably 2 players involved in some ordinary attempts, slipping over and just trying to jersey grab.
He's a star, this kid, this Russell Richardson. I'll tell you, I've seen him play some games this year.
Couple of tackles still to work with for the Sharks. Here's Green. Cut-out ball for Dykes. It's it away to McKenna. And the wrap around Dykes. On the inside for Jeff Bell to McKenna. They keep it alive nicely. Good ball to Stevens. The basketball pass was a beauty. Green. His tackle, 9 out on the last. Pushes forward in the play the ball. McKenna gives it to Dykes, who goes to the air. Numbers out wide for the Sharks. Ettinghausen only has to catch it and fall across the line. And the Wolves were absent without leave.
Yeah, well done from E.T. He put in a pretty quick call to teammates that he wanted the kick. Just have a look at the lack of defence on that occasion from the Warrington boys. They didn't have anyone within 10 or 15 metres of where it was. E.T., well, he probably could have been an extra 25 years older and still scored that try. They really let themselves down on that occasion through a little bit of laziness on inside defence.
Yeah, well, they've compressed their defensive line. E.T. spotted it. 297 first-grade games for this guy.
And Green strikes this one nicely, curling back ever so beautifully. And they lead it 10-0 over Warrington. And Richardson, they're going to hang on to pretty much all of them, bar Richie Barnett, who was also out injured at the moment and is headed for the Sydney City Roosters in the ARL. Here's Sammett now on the back of a pass and bounces across the line. And Manda will point to the spot to award a try. 14-0 to Cronulla. Just just over 11 minutes left before half-time. And the fullback timed the run so nicely.
Yeah, an inside pass and Green really opened the opportunity, but there it was, just one stand and offload and a pass. I probably got a little bit too early here to give him a pat on the back, but we've got to also give Jacko a little bit of credit to the Cronulla boys for their offloads.
Yeah, Craig Greenhill it was, Wally, a beautiful one-hander there, and they go run underneath the post, young Benny Savage, so that's a good try to the Sharkies.
For that half-time, it is 16 points to 0.
Oh, Kenny out there, it's going to be tough for him, but if anything, it'll probably increase the importance of the guys around him. They know that they're going to have to get a hell of a lot better.
Well, the talk's been good in this game compared with what we've done so far, so we, you know, the guys know they have to respond and step up just to protect Johnny a little bit. But the kid's confident, he's a tough kid and he's going to come good.
Well, Paul, you didn't want to see that. Thank you for your time as Paul Green crashes across to score simply under the post of the scoreline now, 20 points to 0 in favour of the Cronulla Sharks. A try inside the first couple of minutes here in this second half. Paul Cullen, thank you for your time and good luck in the rest of the World Club Challenge.
Cheers, you're welcome.
And there was Paul Green. It was a pretty easy effort from the back of the ruck, and the wash-up. Willie Swan coming across from Marker, couldn't get there, and Mark Hilton was there also, but Green just extended the arms and put the ball down.
Yeah, mate, no one coming forward. Look, they're just waiting on the try line here, just waiting to see who he was going to pass the ball to.
It's just the start Johnny Lang would have been looking for. Sure he'd like his side to up the tempo here. Green converts his own try. And the Sharks lead 22 points to 0. Greenhill now to the left-hand side they go. Green grubbering for himself, will beat everybody. Will he get the ball? Oh! He's got it down before the goal line. I'm sure the dead ball line. And Green, Tim Mander is going to make a bird of it and go to the video referee.
I think a pretty important point here. I'm just looking over to see where the touch judge is standing on the far side. He's standing in the field of play, standing in between the try line and dead ball line, which gives indication that he believes that the ball was put down before the dead ball line. I don't think there's going to go to too many replays before we get the result from that one.
It is a try.
I think this year it's probably fair to say that he's been a little bit disappointed with his own form, but in this World Club Challenge, there's been plenty of opportunities for him. He's got his confidence back now, and that's a fantastic little try.
Here he is trying to convert his own try. Once again, he does so. 12 points for the Sharks, and all of them to that man, Paul Green, in the second half. Possession continues to be dominated by the Sharks, especially with mistakes. But that last one, McKenna ran through a hole. He ran past Lee Penny, and he ran behind the post to score their third try of this second half.
Yeah, Penny was one of the guys he ran past. Chris Causey was the other. And he got up the ground pretty quickly, I'll tell you, and ran back in the middle of a lot of his teammates. Probably didn't want to be seen as the guy that was left on the ground. There he was there, number 44. Gee, that's some very disappointing defence. They put in some good effort so far, up until a half-time hooter. Situations like this, though, really can't be put forward as or explained as disappointing. That's just absolutely shocking.
Warren Stevens it was, Wally. I think he called touched.
And Chris McKenna. Green now. Makes no mistake with that one. And it's 34 points to 0. One more tackle here to do something. Willie Swan grubbering for the in goal again. This time Samet was positioned beautifully. He's tackled just in the field of play. Oh, Brett Howland.
No way in the world. Far too quick as double marker. You're not lined up here. You're not square. Yeah, you're not square, okay? You're going too early as marker.
Nigel Vungana shooting out too quickly. They must have been quick to catch Brett Howland. You can see Vungana, well, he was a couple of body lengths to the right-hand side as the ball was being played. You have to be quick to catch that man, Brett Howland, from that position, that's for sure. Here's Martin Lang bouncing away from Warren Stevens, but he's got enough pace off him to...
He's mad, that Martin Lang. That's it, mad.
He may well finish up mad if he keeps running as hard as that. Here's Green now. A ball over the top to Russell Richardson with pace and room to move. He burns past them all.
a huge rap before, saying that he was the new man of rugby league, the speed machine. E.T., of course, had that title, but have a look at this pass. This was the thing that really set it up. Paul Green, I mean, he was in the middle of nowhere, decided to toss it over the top, picks it up 52 metres out from the line, and Richardson decides, well, I'm going to show you just how quick I am, all the way, and he has brought everybody to their feet here at Shark Park.
Yeah, he signed up for another couple of years. There's the kick straight over from Paul Green.
Green now, they spread it. Dykes to E.T., who juggles it. Was tackled by Foster without the ball. Play on. Ball back on the inside.
Good tackle, last one. Last one.
It's Dykes who gets up to play it now on the last tackle. Paul Green comes back again. Grubbers for himself. If he gets the bounce and has some support here. Now he kicks for Nicol. The chase coming, as is the cover. Breeze was coming across. Eddinghausen, I think, has beaten him to it. And Tim Mander is going to go to the video referee.
Well, that's Paul Green, the guy that's really brought the crowd to their feet again. Some real sensible play. Was going to put a kick forward, saw the opportunity to grab half a gap, dribbled a little grubber kick through, then decided I'll put a second one through. I think that one was left foot too. He put it out there. Nick Howe was the guy that was trying to get there. E.T., a couple of years older, but a couple of paces quicker as well.
That replay showed they were definitely onside, and that one shows that E.T. definitely beat the boot of Lee Breeze to the ball.
How do you see it, Cronulla? Is E.T. second?
E.T. waiting on his second try, and there it is. 44 points to 0.
44-0. It was a nice old hammering, and although the Wolves started well, Paul Green and Adam Dykes carved them up in the second half, and it was a strong defensive effort for the